Assalamu alaikum students, hope you are all doing well. You are watching Ashu English Literature. In this lecture, we are going to discuss lexical relations in semantics. So, see its introduction. Not just the semantic roles provides meaning to the words, phrases or sentences. Sometimes meanings come from the semantic relationships that are built. Semantic relation. The definition of semantic relation is any relationship between two or more words based on the meaning of the words is known as semantic relation. Then there are following are the lexical relations like synonymy, antonymy, hyponymy, homophones, homonyms, polysemy, prototype, homograph, metonymy, meronymy, hypernym, hyponym, etc. So the first semantic relation is of synonymy. Synonymy is two or more words with very closely related meanings are called synonymy. Means that the words that are very closely related, whose meaning are very closely related. For example, almost or nearly, they have very closed related meanings. Then big, large, broad, wide. The next semantic relation is of antonymy. Two forms with opposite meanings are called antonyms. It is opposite of the synonyms. For example, alive, dead. They are opposite in meanings big, small, fast, slow. So all these words have opposite meanings. Then there are two types of antonyms, gradable antonyms and non gradable antonyms. So, what are gradable antonyms? Gradable antonyms are the word pairs whose meanings are opposite and which lie on continuous spectrum. Means the words pairs whose meanings are opposite but they lie on a continuous spectrum. For example, hot and cold. The second type of antonym is non-gradable antonyms, and these are those word pairs whose meanings are opposite but whose meanings do not lie on continuous spectrum. For example, push and pull. The next semantic relation, lexical relation, is hyponymy. When the meaning of one form is included in the meaning of another, the relationship is described as hyponymy. Means when the meaning of one form is included in the meaning of another. For example, animal and dog. If we say dog, then we know that it is an animal. Its meaning is included in animal, or animal meaning is included in the dog. The next example is of vegetable, carrot, then flower, rose. Then homophones. Homophones, when two or more than different forms have the same pronunciation, they are described as homophone. For example, bear, beer. They have different forms but they have same pronunciations. Meat, meat. Right, right. Then comes homonyms. When one form has two or more unrelated meanings, this is known as homonyms. For example, bank. Bank, the one meaning of bank is that it is some kind of river, or the bank is of financial institution. The second example is of pupil. You can say pupil at the school or pupil in the eye. So these are the forms of the words which have unrelated meanings. Then comes polysemy. When one form, written or spoken, have multiple meanings, this is known as polysemy. For example, run. Run has multiple meanings like a person does, color does or a water does. The second example is of foot. Foot is of a person, you can say of a bed, of a mountain. So these words have multiple meanings. The next lexical relation is of prototype. Prototype is the idea of the characteristics instance of a category is known as the prototype. So the word category. For example, robin and sparrow are prototype of category bird. And these are the two types of birds that are the prototype of a category bird. Okay? Then the next lexical relation is of homograph. Words with same spelling and different sound are known as homograph. For example, see in the example bow. The word bow means to bend down, and the second meaning is ribbon. So the word bow has same spelling but has different sound and meanings. The next comes metonymy. A word or phrase that is used to stand in for another word is known as metonymy. For example, the White House declared that we are at war with Mars. Here, the White House is a metonymy for the president. So, it is a word or a phrase that is used to stand in for another word. Then comes meronymy. The part-whole relation between the words is known as meronymy. Means any part which represent its whole. For example, an arm is a part of a body. An arm is a part of a body which is representing the whole. Then in another example, a wheel is a part of a car. The second last lexical relation is of hypernym. Hypernym describes a more broad term. Means it is a broad major term like cutlery. You can say the further cutlery, there are spoons, plates. These are hyponyms of cutlery, but cutlery is a broad term and it is known as hypernym. Likewise, color. Color is a hypernym, and the names of the color like red, green, blue, yellow, these are the hyponyms. Then the last lexical relation is of hyponym. Hyponym is a more specialized and specific word. For example, spoon would be a hyponym of a cutlery, and red is a hyponym of a color. So these are all the lexical relations which we discussed. Hope you all understand this well. Thank you for your attention, and please like, subscribe my video so that you can see my next videos that are uploading.